part of the Watson College of Education MAT program really helped open my eyes to the possibility that education can have. Prior to coming to the MAT program, I just assumed education was subject by subject, no integration, you use your textbooks and then you go home and do your homework at the end of the day. So coming through this MAT program, it completely blew any misconceptions that I have that it's not. It's about getting your kids outside, it's about integration, it's about having fun and being creative. So coming through this program really kind of opened my eyes to how fun education can be from a teacher and a child standpoint.
For me, a high-quality education means that at one point we're meeting every child where the child is at, picking them up and teach on an individual basis, but also appreciating everything that they bring to the table, so to speak, appreciating their culture. I really believe in culturally responsive teaching, but also being culturally responsible, meaning that I foster language development. I foster different perspectives, different issues that children bring into the classroom, but also a high quality education for me also means teaching on a conceptual level, meaning that if we do this and if we really teach children to think conceptually, they will be able to transfer their knowledge into every single area of their lives. And if we do this, we're already successful.
Global education is a journey, it's not a destination, and educators have more of a responsibility than just to transmit knowledge.
Watson has helped me become a global educator by really placing an emphasis and focus on global education in our coursework. But in addition, Watson has also sent us to a concept-based workshop with Julie Stern, which was phenomenal in terms of really getting down and learning how to implement it and design the lessons and the units. And also it has helped for networking with global educators that have the same focus.
Being a global educator is just like being a regular educator to me because it's so intertwined with what you're already teaching. So if you really want to get specific, it's bringing awareness for diversity and cultures and anything else, whether it be locally or globally.
So what concept-based learning is to me is kind of really figuring out what interests the kids and starting from there. So I did a unit on kids. They loved the snack food Takis, and nowhere in the North Carolina Standard Course of Study are you going to find Takis, but you are going to find geography, you're going to find trade, you're going to find importing, exporting, you're going to find economy, all those types of things. So starting with what they're interested in and then building on those concepts of interdependentness, you can create this huge lesson that ties in all these different subjects, and your kids are hooked from the beginning because it's something they're already interested in.
I have designed and implemented a couple of units already, concept-based units, throughout my internship. And with both of them, I kind of had the overarching theme of systems. So we talked about systems throughout my internship. My first unit was on the solar system, and then the next was on the food system. So with the solar system, I focused on the concepts of interconnectedness, systems, and patterns. And then with my food system, I focused on food and culture. And so keeping that conceptual lens of systems really tied it all together. Things that maybe would seem disconnected actually had a connection.
Use those concept-based units and instruction by really looking at the big picture. And really, all it takes is an appreciation of our global stage, so to speak, and to really see, okay, how are we interconnected? How does the world function? And then look at the concepts behind it.
Concept-based instruction, you pull the concepts out of the standards. So for me, unpacking my standards and seeing what concepts come from them and then
putting them out in front of each other and seeing where they overlap pulls an integrated unit together very nicely.
So some people might be like, well, how can you be a global educator if these kids have never been on an airplane or even been out of the state? But that's kind of the beauty of being a global educator, is you start locally. You start with what they know in the classroom, expand to the school, expand to their county, their city, and then from there, once you have their interest about things, then you can kind of take it internationally, and they're already hooked from the beginning, so they're ready to start being curious again, not only about their town, but about their country, and then kind of about the world too.
You start, okay, where are my concepts? You will find wants and needs in probably every other standard, and you can somehow weave it in. Once you've done this, it really becomes easier because you're already looking for the concepts and you're already identifying them and saying, okay, and let me integrate. So on a conceptual level, when you teach conceptually, you don't just look at hitting the standards, which is very tempting. I mean, I absolutely admit to that. But you look at your standards and you say, okay, let's start with ELA, and automatically you weave in with social studies, science, math, and everything else. I mean, you can bring in art, you can bring in music, and you really pave the way for a global education that way through the conceptual lens.
I wanted to have a career where I could make a difference and I could see that unfolding in front of me every single day, and I knew that taking this path with UNCW could really help me get there.